देखे किरकिरी भी जहां मिलने लगी क्रिकेट की सारी बातें जहां जोश भी है जहां होश भी है जहां क्रिकेट है आओ देखे क्रिकेट टीवी.
Yesterday's game gave us something very interesting. A score of 200, which traditionally felt competitive, but this time, this IPL, it does not feel enough. Let's take a closer look at what really happened between Mumbai Indians and Kolkata Knight Riders. Kolkata Knight Riders put up a strong total on a good batting surface, and Mumbai Indians made it look like a piece of cake. There was no pressure. They were never under pressure. They looked composed and always in control of the situation. Nikhil sir, how do you read this chase? Would you credit Mumbai's approach, or do you think Kolkata lost their control in halfway?
I think हम लोग ने जब प्री मैच की बात करी थी तो हमने कहा भी था कि the weak link in KKR is their pace bowling, and they would rely too much on the spinners. And Mumbai के पास spin bowling के अभी रोहित शर्मा और के बारे में क्या बोलना against spin. So I think that chink in their armor showed up yesterday. 220 was not a bad score. मुझे लगता है अच्छा खेला उनके बल्लेबाजों ने और पहली 6 ओवर में जो उन्होंने पावर प्ले में खेला था, I think wonderful. Probably a mistake from Hardik Pandya to bowl a spinner in the third over, because when you have a Alan Finn standing there, coming straight from the World Cup, you don't get a rookie and ask him to bowl to such a player. I think that over of 18 runs, and then Hardik Pandya giving 25, 26 runs in the fourth over. 26. I think that tactical mistake, maybe Bumrah should have come in at that fourth over place. I think that took the momentum away from the Mumbai bowling. Thing to worry for Mumbai, because हर बार आपके बैट्समैन शायद 220 नहीं बना पाएंगे. आपके bowling में थोड़ी सी weakness दिखी. You have good bowlers. Bumrah or Bolt was a bit expensive, I think. He did play his role, and then later on the second part of his spell. And Bumrah, of course, did what Bumrah does best. He controlled the run flow. 5 runs, I think, in the 17th, 18th over, and then 7-8 runs in the next over. So I think that was great bowling from him, controlling that when they were in full speed, especially with Rinku Singh being on the crease at that time. So I think all in all a good performance, but things to worry about for Mumbai, because they can't play like this against say an SRH or RCB or a Delhi, because they have much more a much more balanced side than KKR does. One word about Ajinkya Rahane. I think fantastic batting at this stage of his career, to come in and do what he did in the opening slot is really, I think, praiseworthy. The rhythm, the flow, the artistry with which he played. उन्होंने दिखाया कि T20 में जोश और strength सब कुछ नहीं है. Skill भी है, कला भी है. Good cricketing shots can be played to reach that score that he did. And I think that was a lesson in good batting for youngsters who are watching. You have to think around in batting, and I think that was brilliant. And a fantastic performance from him. But all in all, I think a masterly performance. Mumbai showed that they are a force to reckon with. आगे चल के काफी टीमों को तकलीफ देगी. उनको पहले अपनी गेंदबाजी पे थोड़ा सा ध्यान देना है. कि बुमराह अगर नहीं होता कल, assume that Bumrah is not there in the team, that would have been a 240, 250 score.
Easily. Narayan sir, what do you think on Mumbai Indians and their bowling, batting?
So let me first start with the KKR. As we had predicted that the winning captain would bowl, it happened. Hardik won the toss and elected to bowl. And as just now Nikhil mentioned, Captain Rahane, basically, even though he was playing competitive cricket after 3 months, played a very elegant innings. He picked up the length early, struck the ball very fluently through the covers and in the field, and his score of 67 of 40 balls with three fours and five sixes, was excellent before he became the third victim of Shardul. So Shardul's bowling also was excellent. He gave MI the breakthrough which was required in each of his overs, first, second, and third. And because on the other hand, Bumrah and Bolt bowled well, but they went wicketless actually. So that was coming back to the KKR. Apart from Rahane, he was ably supported by Finn of 37 of just 17 balls. Young uh, Angrish Raghuvanshi coming at number four, scored an excellent 51 of 29 balls again. And then vice captain Rinku Singh at the end, not out with a quick fire 33. So all in all, 220 was a very formidable score, the highest, on this pitch for a long time, and the loss of only four wickets. Coming to the bowling of MI, as Nikhil mentioned, that Bumrah in his second spell, the scoring of KKR, otherwise it would have been 250 plus, would have been a bit difficult also to chase. But second time, both the matches, the uh, uh, a spin a bowler is adjudged as the man of the match. Otherwise, if you see the other bowlers, Pandya, he went for 39 for one. The spinner Mayank, and of course that Afghan spinner Gajandar also was hit for 51. So I think this is one area where MI has to really look into while going for other matches going forward. Basically, of course, the while coming to the chase, 148 opening stand in just 72 balls between Rohit and Rickleton was just excellent. They scored, almost 72, in the what you call uh, Rickleton, smashed 81 of 43 balls, dominated the power play, clean hitting, keeping the asking rate within the normal rate, basically. And Rohit as ferocious as over 70, similar to Kohli's 5 fours and 5 sixes, So was his vintage and lofted drives as he and entertaining his local crowd like anything, basically. Now, if you see, I was discussing with Nikhil that the growing trend in IPL 2026 is the bowlers are finding it very difficult. So, coming to the opening stand of 148 of 72 balls between Rohit and Rickleton ensured that the MI chased their target very easily, basically. Rickleton smashed 81 of this 42 through 43 balls with 4 fours and 8 sixes. He dominated the power play with clean hitting, keeping the asking rate well within the target, 6 fours and 6 sixes, just like Kohli's 5 fours and 5 sixes in the previous match. He was his vintage best, hitting trademark pulls and lofted drives. So one of the things of the growing trend in this 2026, both the matches seems that bowlers are finding it difficult to bowl to batters and very aggressive batting which is happening. If you see in both the matches, spectators and fans are enjoying this explosive cricket. Those 200 plus seems to be a new normal now. Basically, both have been chased in both the matches. So I don't know how the 180 and 170 normal would come back in cricket. Uh, uh, I just wanted to ask Nikhil and Hitviz, why was Kai used as an impact player in this match? Because he was off the towards all the 20 overs, he was off the field, and then he came to bat. So his captainship thoughts and everything were not available to Hardik in the match, actually. So in
Just
the
to,
previous, I
want to
think,
bring, I want to make
previous
comments.
season, Rohit,
I want to make
yeah.
two comments on one on Shardul Thakur, my favorite player, who I think is blessed by some divine presence upstairs over there who looks after him. I'm not a very great fan of his skill.
Palgar Express.
I think he's a little slightly above average, but not a top of the line bowler. With his action, with the speed that he gets, but somewhere along the line, his performance just not sink in till you actually realize that maybe he's doing something right. And post match he said, I love challenges, and I knew that this pitch was not supporting me. तो मुझे लगता है कि कहीं माता जी की कृपा है उनके ऊपर, कोई तो भी उनका ध्यान रख रहा है. And Mumbai is Mumbai is lucky to have him there. And Pandya said, Hardik Pandya at the end of the match, post match, that he welcomed him to his home because Shardul Thakur is a Mumbai Chamulga, by the way. He grew up in Wankhede and playing in Cross Medan, Azad Medan, being a bowler at the nets for the big players. And he has come from there. He's risen like a Yashasvi Jaiswal from there. So I think he's a man of the soil, मिट्टी का मानुस है. और मुझे लगता है he deserves all the success he's getting. And I think he's blessed, and I think that therefore the team in which he is good. And on Rohit Sharma, coupled with your question on Surya Kumar Yadav, last season, IPL 2025, Rohit Sharma would be the impact player. He was in the stand for 20 overs. And at that time, I had commented that Rohit should be on the field because he's an astute player. He sees, he understands cricket. So it's good to have him there, not because he's a good fielder or something, but from a advice perspective, consultative perspective, rather than being the stand. So I think this time what they did is switched. They brought in Rohit back onto the Maidan, put Surya Kumar back inside. And maybe not a bad move because Rohit can stand at slip and understand the bowling and guide the bowler and the captain. So maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But you don't have a choice. One of those two will have to be an impact player if you want both of them to play in the team as batsmen. Well, you can't have Rohit and Surya Kumar, and then you have to take away one more bowler from the playing 11 if you want that person to both of them to be on the field in the bowling 11. So I think it's not it's options choice. I mean, you have to either which way, either Rohit is in the stand or Surya Kumar, and on a particular day you take a call. But the way Rohit batted, I think it helped him that he was on the field for the 20 overs, because the rhythm that he got when he batted was brilliant. And I think at this age, at this stage of his career, to be completely fit again, to play against decent good bowling and stay there for so many overs, that the fitness, the stamina that you need is not a joke. And I think at this stage and this stage of his career, so I think it seems to be a Roko season. Kohli has done well in the first match. Rohit has done well in the second match. So the Roko combination is at play, and I think that speaks volumes for their dedication and for their love for the game. They're not giving up. They're not saying अब तो हम क्या हो गया हमारा हो गया like let somebody else play. And they're playing well and they're giving space. So again I would compare say Roko with MSD, and MSD also is fit. I'm told he's been the fittest he has been for the last 4 5 years. He's worked on himself. Problem with him is the space that he occupies. Rohit doesn't occupy any space. He gives space to everybody. So does, and he watched Kohli in the first match. He gave space to a Padikkal. So I think that difference is there. But great, I think happy to see Rohit and happy to see Shardul. And I think Hardik Pandya said, till the end of your career, now don't go shopping for different franchises. Stay here. This is your home.
Yes. I think for me, I would like to go to Sunny Pradikar ji. As a Gen Z, I would like to do my AI research on why the impact sub, or who should be the impact sub, or why this decision was taken. So maybe next match onwards, we will ask him this question.
And while on that subject, I think the good track record of our AI Sunny
Yes.
Predictor. He said Rohit will play well. Rohit played well. He said Rinku Singh will accelerate the score towards the end. Rinku Singh did do that. He said Mumbai will win. Mumbai did win. So I think there's the analysis that is coming through from the AI is coming. I'm not saying it's 100% track record, because he did say Surya Kumar Yadav would be the top scorer, and he was not. So that's where that went wrong, that prediction. But all in all, I think 7 out of 10 predictions are coming through, and I think that's a good thing, because it shows that technical analysis, if you remove the emotion side, does work sometimes.
Definitely. Narayan sir, just one question. What do you think Kolkata should address immediately? We clearly saw some faults in their bowling department while their batting looked very intentful.
Mumbai Indians
For
KKR.
Kolkata Knight Riders.
is you see they had good thought process for both Varun and Sunil Narayan. You see Varun went wicketless, 48 runs he gave in 4 overs. Is a cause of concern. Of course, Sunil Narayan bowled 3 overs and had figures of 1 for 30. I don't know why they did not bowl him the fourth over actually. So वो भी एक concern की बात है. उनका पेसर है वैभव अरोरा, उनको भी 52 रन मारे और उसको 1 विकेट मिली. सो कार्तिक त्यागी है, उन्होंने भी 43 रन देके 1 विकेट ली है. एंड मुर्जाबानी 34 रन लेके 0 विकेट. सो एंटायर पेस अटैक जिसपे ज्यादा डिपेंडेंस नहीं रख सकते, कोई अच्छे नाम नहीं है उसके अंदर कंपैरेटिवली, नामी नाम नहीं है, लेकिन स्पिनर दोनों बहुत तगड़े हैं इनके. लेकिन दोनों स्पिनर अगर परफॉर्म नहीं करते हैं जिस तरह से परफॉर्म करना चाहिए, इट्स अ कॉज ऑफ कंसर्न फॉर केकेआर एंड दे शुड improve upon their working. And Varun is supposed to be one of the world's best bowlers in to both Nicholton and Rohit, and even later on the other players who hit left, right, and center basically.
No, I think, Prithvi, I think one thing that I would advise Ajinkya is to focus on the youth. And if you see the performance, Ankrish Raghuvanshi, fantastic batting, Tyagi, super bowling, Vaibhav, super bowling, and Anukul Roy, 2 wickets to his credit. That catch and that run out. And then he came in with one or 2 overs, which I think were good. He in the last ball, 4 went or 5 or 6 went. But the first 5 balls of his overs were always good, restricting to 1 run
Singles
and dot balls. And I think the spirit with which they were playing, the enthusiasm, the aggression of these 4 especially, Raghuvanshi, Tyagi, Roy, and Vaibhav, I think they were fantastic. And I think you need to nurture them. I think you need to move away from people like Varun and Sunil Narayan, because they are sort of now in the second part of their career. These people are coming in, and I think a little push, a little more encouragement, and a little more participation. I think Anukul Roy should have been given 1 or 2 more overs, according to me. He was the man of the day, according to me, for KKR when they were fielding, and I think he should have been given that extra push. Might have made a difference. So I think you should focus on that part of his team. I think.
So that's it
and
from
they
our
will take
end
time
for
to come out of the Russell era also. They will take
Yes.
some time to come out of the Russell area.
Absolutely.
Yeah. बहुत time लगेगा, and Russell के replacement में they will require 2 or 3 bowlers to replace him also.
True.
definitely. And that was it. Review of Mumbai Indians and Kolkata Knight Riders. Like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for our preview, and we will see you again.
Rocco
Thank
is
you.
back. Rocco is back.
Rocco is back. Yes.
आओ देखे क्रिकेट टीवी, जहां मिलने लगी क्रिकेट की सारी बातें, जहां जोश भी है, जहां होश भी है, जहां क्रिकेट है.